Political culture jamming, the dissident humor of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart by Jamie Warner. First, let's talk about a democratic theory. There's two parts. First, the public sphere is populated with multiple and disparate voices who can and will engage each other. And secondly, these conversations will be rational. Political elites are not concerned with democratic theorizing. They want their voices, agenda, and framing of issues to crowd out divergent voices because such dominant status helps contribute to the success of their specific political agendas. Politicians use branding to persuade consumers and voters to trust their products, typically using emotional appeals. These are signs of hegemony. The Daily Show subversively employs emotional and aesthetic modalities similar to those employed by the political branding itself, thus interpreting it from within. The Daily Show's reliance on a humorous version of parody means that they can add their voices to the conversation in a seemingly innocuous way. The fetish of political branding. There's an assumption that consumers are not rational because they have no time for research and no time to build relationships. Therefore, they must rely on and trust brands that play on emotions. They do this by selling an image or values of the target audience. Culture jammers are a collection of media activists who are rebelling against the hegemony of messages promoting global capitalism. Culture jammers turn the commercial techniques of image and emotion back on themselves through acts of rhetorical sabotage. And one person that's noted for this is Callie Lasson, and he is the creator of Adbusters, and they use subversements or subversive advertisements. They are considered revolutionaries by fighting against the capital industry. The goal is detournament, or turning around. Detournament is a perspective-jarring turnabout in your everyday life, which is instigated by rerouting spectacular images, environments, ambiances, and events to reverse or subvert their meaning, thus reclaiming them. Now let's talk about how The Daily Show is a form of political cultural jamming. Jon Stewart highlights political leverage points, factual errors, logical contradictions, and incongruities in the dominant political brand messages and the media that disseminates them. And more Americans are getting their information about political candidates from comedy programs. Parody of news broadcasts uses political leverage points. It's humorous, but it's getting information and persuasion across. The news parody format is powerful. It's a form of cultural jamming. It gives the air of legitimacy and respectability by using humor as well. The use of video is also strategic. It's designed to disrupt the dominant political message. It presents videos as matter out of time, and we see that you're able to interject comments, but not opinions of the video. This calls into question the substantive claims of the dominant brand message as the media that disseminates it. Stewart uses Socratic interview style to break up or to have cultural jamming of the political system. Stewart makes not direct comments, simply presenting the matter out of time and allowing the audience the matter out of time to decide on how to interpret the information. Socratic irony is a rhetorical tactic to point out incongruities, inconsistencies, and internal contradictions in an interview's argument without directly offering his own opinion, as well as without appearing confrontational. In the Platonic dialogues, Socrates routinely adopted an ignorant or tentative tone, asking simple and direct questions to his often dense interlocutors, with the seemingly innocent goal of getting to the truth. However, his questions were neither simple nor innocent, and Socrates would use his interlocutors' answers to suggest that they should not be quite so confident in their assertions, as well as to make his own substantive points.